Alright folks, so the parts have finally arrived for my Mk4 Supra project. Yeah, I'm just going to unbox some of these parts real quick before we get building. Yeah, this isn't any old Supra. As you can tell by the orange pieces, this is the Supra from the first Fast and the Furious movie. So yeah, I'm really excited to build this. I actually already have the design built digitally, which is why I have like the exact parts that I need. And yeah, basically all I have to do now is we'll translate that design to a physical build. So let's get to it. Alright, so the Supra is all finished and it looks great, but I think that before we move on, this car needs a bit of a brother to go with it. And yeah, well, what's better than another Fast and the Furious car, this one being the R34 Skyline driven in the second movie. And yeah, good thing for me is I don't really need to design this car because LEGO, well, recently released that exact model as a speed champion set and is set to come out on January 1st. I'm filming this video right now on December 31st, as you can see. Bruh. Okay, that's a really bad shot. But yeah, I'm filming it on December 31st. So as soon as I can, I'm going to buy that set and we're going to have two cars for this video. Alrighty folks, I've basically figuratively secured the bag. Long story short, I originally bought it online, but you know, that was a bit of a problem because I realized it was back ordered and might not even come until March, which, you know, would have delayed this video for quite a bit, obviously. Luckily my mom actually found this in a LEGO store, so yeah, big thanks to her. And yeah, now we have the set. You know, I'm not really gonna go through like a whole rundown of everything because, you know, people like the Racing Brick have already made like a review on this, which is, you know, probably way better than something I could ever make. So yeah, anyways, with that said, let's crack this open and get building. Alright folks, both these models are officially done, and yeah, well, despite the obvious differences, well, they look actually really great when they're displayed next to each other. Of course, the Skyline uses stickers for pretty much all of the side graphics, which isn't exactly ideal, especially when it comes to the color matching. As you can see, it's not really the right match, but I think stickers were probably the best way to go for like these graphics. The Supra obviously uses plates instead, which is much less accurate than stickers, but it does give it more of like a brick-built LEGO look, which I actually kind of prefer. The front end of both models, I would say, is very recognizable. The Supra, for you all that already know, well, I already made a stock one a little while ago. And yeah, so that made the front a little bit easier. The Fast and Furious one obviously has a body kit, so the front lip is sort of extended down a bit. But you know, I think that actually makes it look a lot better. These models are also designed with basically two like completely different philosophies in mind, if that really makes sense. Because the Supra is a MOC, you know, there's a lot more freedom because LEGO does have a lot of constraints on their models. It has to be up to like a certain durability standard, and it also can't have some techniques that are just really hard to put together. So yeah, that does make this model very durable, but it does fall short to the Supra when it comes to functions. This is just function packed. As you can see, it has opening doors. It actually has a opening hood right here with a model of a 2JZ engine, and yeah, this is the model of the one from the movie because as you can see, it actually has the chrome parts right here, and the Supra also has a opening hatch, of course. As I said, this does have a chrome engine, but this Skyline has actually quite a few chrome parts. For one, you can see the wheel covers right here. I would have liked if they were a bit more like concave because as you can see, they're almost a bit like convex. They almost stick out a little bit, which makes the wheel look a bit less deep dish, if you know what I mean. I did actually mount these silver wheel covers on the Supra, and yeah, it actually looked really surprisingly much better. So yeah, I will probably keep these on the Supra instead of the 5-spoke ones that I had before. Alright, so continuing with the Supra here, it is pretty similar, as I already mentioned, to my previous Supra. There are a few differences though. Most of it is due to like the parts availability. I guess the first thing you'll notice is the difference in the C-pillars right here. This one looks much more clean and is much more filled in, but you know, they don't make these parts, these like inverted round slopes in orange, so I had to make do with some of these parts. But you know, it did come out pretty good and it sits pretty flush, so it's not too noticeable. The rear is also a bit compromised. It looks cleaner than the white one in my opinion, but it is a bit less accurate, if that makes sense. Basically, because these 1x1 brackets weren't available in orange, I just had to make do with this design. Yeah, so there's not too much more to explain. The interior is pretty basic on this. It's pretty similar to the other one. It just uses some blue seats because the one in the movie had these blue seats. Yeah, overall, really happy with how this came out. Definitely one of my new favorite models. You know, the orange Lego color actually looks really nice, so I might have to make some more orange cars. Yeah, so I guess for all of you still watching, let me know if you want me to like make some, I don't know, like alternate builds of this set, or maybe make like a more in-depth video or some modification video. You know, I think that would be pretty fun to make, so just let me know in the comments. And so that's pretty much all I've got for y'all today. I really hope you liked the video. The instructions for the Supra will be up to Rebrickable really soon, so yeah, stay tuned for those. And yeah, I've got a lot more JDM cars coming soon, so also stay tuned for that. And yeah, well, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.